All right, welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about the co-main event of the evening: Weili Zhang versus Carla Esparza. Or I should say, Carla Esparza versus Weili Zhang. Not to give away my prediction too early here, but it's a good fight. A fight that I didn't think would take place because I thought Rose would win the title, and then after Carla won the title, I thought she would have been stripped of the title for having fought like that. Look, I said it in the post fight to that video. I'm not going to blame Carla. In fact, I did blame Rose. And that was even before the decision was announced. So I was glad Carla won. But here she is defending her title against Weili Zhang. Weili's got a lot of hype. She's been around on the title level for some time now. Had those battles with Rose Namajunas. And her fights with Joanna Jędrzejczyk as well are classics. Oh, there's the cat, Stevie. Hey, look who wants to fuck with the phone. All right. Anyway, she's a beast, Weili Zhang, and she's a bona fide title contender, if not champion. She's on that level, is my point. Carla Esparza was the one that kicked off the division, and I think it's cool how this cycle has perpetuated itself, if I'm using the right words here. Started off with Carla Esparza. Then it went to Joanna Jędrzejczyk immediately. Then it went to Rose Namajunas, Jessica Andrade, Weili Zhang, Rose Namajunas, Carla Esparza. And here I am like a historian telling you shit you already know. But for this one, I have Weili Zhang winning, just to get right to the point after all that horseshit. I think Weili Zhang wins the fight. I think she wins it with overall physicality being the difference. I don't think she's going to be wrangled. We've seen Carla Esparza scratch and claw to win very tight decisions in fights against Alexa Grasso, Michelle Waterson, Verna Jandiroba. So glad I said that name correctly. Rose Namajunas, I guess. And she's done it by scratching and clawing for a key takedown and winning with, maybe a few extra seconds of top control. And it's always a close decision, it seems like. And Weili Zhang is the physical superior to all of these girls. And I know I'm always big on physicality, but here it's going to play a difference, I think. I'm very sure Weili Zhang wins this fight. I'm not sure how she wins it, but I'm thinking finish. And she's biting. My cat's biting the fucking tissue box that the phone is resting on. But anyway, Weili Zhang is she's got 18 finishes. 11 of them are TKOs. 7 of them are submissions. I didn't write down how many are TKO or how many come in rounds 1 or 2, but most of them I want to say come in round 2 for both submissions and TKOs. And I do think the only I think she can get a finish later, but that would more than likely be a TKO over Esparza because it would be, similar to like the Jędrzejczyk fight, which I know that ended in round 2, but it would be, maybe a standing TKO or just bludgeoning her to the point of stoppage from the ref, the doctor, whoever. But I think athletically, for her to get the dominant victory, it could come via submission just as easily as it could come via TKO. Maybe not just as easily, but I think it's worth a bet. Rounds 1 and 2, plus 1,800, plus 2,200. That's where her athleticism is going to make the difference, I think, early on. And if she's that much more of a dominant athlete, I think she's going to be on top of Carla. Carla's going to get wrangled herself. And Weili Zhang is very good on top. She's not so great on the bottom, but on top, she's a beast. Just look to her fight with Jessica Aguilar, which I know Aguilar was, she was on her way out, certainly. She was a declined fighter as a legend, an earlier legend in WMMA, but she was the only one. Weili Zhang was the only one to submit her since I think her first fight, maybe, if not her first loss, definitely, to Lisa Ellis. And Lisa Ellis is a very good submission artist from way back when. She actually went to the Ultimate Fighter season, whatever the fuck. But, yeah, that's it. In 15 years, nobody submitted her aside from Weili Zhang. So I think Weili Zhang does have skill there. And that fight is enough for me to say so, because she took her down, mounted her, went to a mounted triangle, and then locked it in an armbar. It wasn't some fluky guillotine situation or whatever. Not that those are flukes. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But Weili Zhang, She is, again, athletically superior, and I do think she's underrated on the ground. Carla Esparza has never been submitted, I know, but if she insists on, and especially in a moment of desperation, on grappling, finds herself on her bottom, she could be giving up arm bars. You never know. But Weili Zhang still, a lot of her submission victories are over lesser fighters. There might be one that's decent, but most of them, the way they lose, the majority of their fights is submission. So it's not a surprise that she found that hole in their game. But I think the most likely way she wins is via TKO. I think Weili Zhang is deadly. Obviously, being a few inches taller or whatever, she could make that clinch work for her with elbows and knees, especially if she's stuffing shots from Carla, who will be shooting, if not tactically, then out of desperation. And I also think at range, obviously, the power is going to be Weili Zhang's. It's a bad fight, a tough fight for Carla Esparza, and this is the girl that I think is going to separate herself from the rest of the division by finishing her. And that's why my prediction is Weili Zhang gets a finish. I think it happens in round 2. I guess I'd be more inclined to say TKO. But Weili Zhang via submission in rounds 1 and 2 are my bets, my prop bets, and I also bet just plainly on the under. Because Weili Zhang to get a finish is minus 130. You may as well play the under at minus 130, under 4.5 rounds. I think they got that way off. And that also covers Carla Esparza winning the fight via finish, which I suppose is possible. But she would really have to be winning. I don't think it would be an opportunistic submission. She'd have to be grinding Weili into dust, I think, to finish her. Or just cut her. You never know. But anyway, minus 130 is my bet for under 4.5 rounds. That is my primary bet. And I sprinkled on Weili Zhang via submissions round 1 and 2. I wanted Carla to beat Rose Namajunas, but and I kind of want her to win this fight too, I guess, but I don't think she's going to. So like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.